Hi folks, Bob Krebs again, sales manager at Pure Pursuit Automotive in this beautiful 2013 S6. What we're going to do now is take this out for a drive so that you can see how this thing handles on the road. So I'm going to first ask you to take a look right here, which is the rear camera. As I put it in reverse, it's going to go ahead and give me a rear view of where the vehicle's at, and it also gives us a graphic of approximately the vehicle's relation to all of the objects around it. So as we back up here, I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration of how well this system works. As we start to back up, we do have a vehicle back there, so I'm going to let you have an idea of what would happen as we get closer to that vehicle. Obviously, I don't want to run into this beautiful 911 Porsche, but as we get closer, the proximity indicator shows me approximately how close I am to that vehicle, and of course warns me by the beeping. It's like a radar that beeps faster as we get closer to it. So obviously an excellent attribute of this vehicle. We'll go ahead and take this thing out on the road now. So we got the navigation system turned on here now, and of course the dark background indicates that it is night here in Kansas City as we're driving off. This is a really stable platform. I love this vehicle for the fact that it's sporty, it's fast, it's comfortable, it has every possible creature comfort available in it. Very easy to drive. You can literally drive this car with a fingertip, although I don't advise it. I advise keeping your hands at 10 and 2 as you're driving, but again, a very comfortable vehicle. So we're going to take this on a couple of the streets here after we make our correct turn. And I'll give you a couple of ideas about acceleration in this vehicle. We'll go ahead and do a quick one now. That gives you a little bit of an idea of how fast this thing is going to move along, and again, how quiet it is as you're accelerating, and how maneuverable it is, and how easy it is to drive this vehicle even at higher speeds. If you have occasion to have to pass several vehicles at once, or possibly get out of an emergency situation, obviously that's key to being able to have that quick acceleration. Again, it's easy to drive on almost any surface. It's easy to drive on every kind of road surface, whether you're on a long trip, short trip, driving in the city, etc., etc. And again, as I mentioned before, all the controls that you've got in the center console are redundant controls on the steering wheel itself as well, to be able to give you the opportunity to keep your eyes on the road. In this case, it may not be observable, but we do have a heads-up display on this particular vehicle, so that as I'm driving, I can actually see my miles per hour indicated on the heads-up display that pops up into the inside of the windshield. So again, another really unique feature of this vehicle that makes it easier, again, to keep your eyes on the road and not have to take them off to look down here or to look down here. Another unique feature that this vehicle has is what's called night vision. And what I'm going to ask you to do is take a look at the center here as I depress this. And what this does, it's an aid at night to be able to give you an idea of things that you might not see otherwise while you're driving at night. And as you can see, that it pretty much lights up everything. And in fact, even with the headlights off, this night vision works very aptly. So in this case, you're getting an idea of what it looks like with very low lumens or light coming into view. And as you can see, it's an adjunct. It's certainly not something that's intended to have you use all the time or keep it on, because you'll certainly miss things. But it is something that really comes in handy, particularly if you're on a very dark highway where there's low lighting or no lighting, where let's say a deer might jump out in front of you, or there might be something in the roadway such as a log or a tree or a rock or something that you may not be able to see. So again, it's something that's another attribute of the vehicle that is indicative of the time and the precision that Audi puts into their vehicles. And again, you can also, as you're driving, you don't have to look down at all to either turn up the radio, if that's what you wish to do, or turn it up from here. And again, once you've got your nav system or your radio on, whatever you choose to do, you can do everything that you need to do from the steering wheel. I will say that out of the vehicles that we've got in our fleet, this is the second S6 that we've had recently that has been almost immediately bitten upon by everybody that's seen it. We've got a lot of interest in this vehicle, and it's one of my favorites, I've got to say. Audi makes a wonderful touring vehicle, and it's something that is a pretty amazing car. It gives you a really stable ride, it's a comfortable ride, and of course the vehicle itself, just from the creature comforts alone that I mentioned earlier, one that you can take a long trip in this vehicle and be comfortable the entire way. Again, it's got a heated steering wheel, it's got heated seats, the air conditioning in the vehicle, ice cold, the heater, very, very hot. So that brings us to the end of our test drive in this beautiful 2013 Audi S6. Again, I'm Bob Krebs, sales manager with Pure Pursuit Automotive, and I'd like to thank you all for coming along on a test drive with us tonight, and I hope to talk with you soon. Pure Pursuit Automotive, 816-659-3027. Thanks a lot.